Yeah, I think Chappie, from what I know from Chappie, is a very solid macro player. A lot of players, he went toe to toe with Cedar, I believe, in ANZ Champs, which is very impressive as well.
Mhm.
The second game, a bit dodgy. I think that's maybe he's a little bit weaker dealing with the various kind of cheeses. Cheese is a specialty of 3-point, so unfortunate in the second game. But the first game, it was something to behold, wasn't it? He
Oh
was
yeah.
playing phenomenally.
Like I was legitimately impressed. I was like, oh my god, like where has this guy been? Like this isn't the Chappie that I saw against Mighty Kiwi and ANZ Champs. Like oh my god.
Don't bring up the bad memories.
So I was very impressed, but we do say my condolences to Chappie as he is now bow out of the tournament. But now we have another series to cast.
That's right, and starting off in the bottom left position, playing for Genesis Gaming, it is the winner of the last series, featuring the Squid Game man. It's Johannes, I don't know.
Let's go.
It's 3-point. That's actually all of us after the series ended.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the rising star, the South Korean Protoss, representing currently himself. It is Chance.
Oh, ZVP this time around. Good to see Chance back. He, played last week. It's a pretty decent run, wasn't it? I think he lost in the end to a European Protoss player. I can't remember which one.
Yes, if you recall, last week was the PvP Gauntlets. There were a lot of European Protosses and even Korean Protosses. We got to see Chance take down Lunacy in a very close PvP. I think he took down Rebellion as well, aka Gyelzing, but he did end up falling to Arrowfire, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Arrowfire is a very solid young up-and-coming Protoss. There's a couple of up-and-coming Protoss players. There's MaxPax as well, who's not even 18 yet. I feel like there's a meme somewhere about like young babies and toddlers being able to play Protoss. I won't say anything. But yeah, I think I'm not sure how many of them signed up today, actually. I'm sure a couple of returning players. I think I saw Art in the bracket.
Yeah. Art's there in the bracket, lurking a little bit. He's another Protoss player to keep an eye on. So yeah, we have a lot of representation. True is back. We missed him last week. But something important to note is that the Koreans that went to Katowice actually returned to South Korea today. I was actually speaking to Maddox. Maddox actually arrived in Korea 2 hours ago from Poland, and he was actually still stuck in the airport. Like they were still working their way through customs, so a lot of them weren't able to sign up. So that means that Björn was also unable to sign up this week or check in.
That's quite unfortunate because Björn was unable to play last week as well because I believe he was flying over to Katowice, which means that Art, who managed to, please correct me if I'm wrong, White, I don't think I am, Art managed to take it Sparkling Tuna 4 last week, so he is here to defend his title, and he actually plays the winner of this series.
Oh yes, Art is patiently waiting whether or not he's going to face a Zerg or a Protoss player in the semi-final, so we will get there. We'll have some European on Korean action live on the Cranky Ducklings. But until then, we have to find out who, and so far, Chance has had a pretty solid opening. He's here dancing with these Adepts, trying to get some drones, and oh my god, he gets one!
Oh, actually not going with the shade there. He's going to take a little bit of hull damage on these Adepts. Nothing too big. He's going to get away before Ling speed finishes. But, yeah, a couple of Lings, and looks like 2 drones have gone down this game too. Shield battery going down for Chance, however. Maybe he saw something that he did not feel comfortable with, but maybe he's just like shield batteries.
Yeah, he's playing it safe. I don't blame him because he didn't go for a Void Ray first, so he won't have that to help defend his base. Meanwhile, oh my god, these 2 Adepts get 3 more drone kills at the third. At the same time, the Oracle is dipping into the natural.
That's right, and here it comes. Surprise, there's going to be nothing here. Going to go in the main. There's no Spore Crawler here, however, Light, and Chance is going to get a couple of drones.
Oh my god, this is brutal. Look how many drones have gone down this game. Look how many units. Look at the units lost tab. It's disgusting.
Oh my days. And there's even an overlord going down to the Void Ray in the main base as well. Chance is looking pretty phenomenal this game. The Adept actually has 9 kills, which is pretty impressive. But I think 3-point, he's bounced back from worse situations. And we see he scouted the Void Ray. His choice of tech is going to be +1 melee.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like he wants to commit to that ground army. He's still trying to produce queens at the same time. Oracle dips in. How? How is it still a live chase?
The Oracle does dip in. Shield's going to start regenerating. And it's quite important to take note, like, even if, keeping this Oracle alive, it allows...
Mate, there are no links. Adepts are coming in. There are no... There's the one... No! Not like this, 3-point! Not like this!
I think he might just... Yeah, man, this is rough.
It's like we're watching live VIP stream. Oh my god.
Humanity and 9 drones down. There's been 21 drones killed so far this game. More to come, and the links do finally pop out. And a recall gonna save these 2 adepts too.
At the same time, now we have a second Oracle here for Chance that is looking to dip in. There is no Spore at the 3rd base, and if Chance, he knows, he's going for it.
Queen's gonna pop. There's only 1 Queen. Like, I think the first Oracle has its shields back. This is gonna be more drones going down. Is it gonna break 30 drones before 6 minutes? Yeah. Yes.
God, he does. And now 3-point is all in. He's sending his queens across the map. His lings are flooding across the map as well. But we have a shield battery. We have overcharge. We have void rays. We have sentries. I mean, he's all in. He's got to do it.
Yeah, these queens coming across the map, and this shield battery actually quite a blessing. It's going to help out a lot at the natural, and with this many sentries and the the gateways he has available, I think he might be right here, like more than right. Yeah. GG installed. Oof. What a brutal game 1 for our Korean Zerg player. Damn.
Yeah, 3-point. He saw the writing on the wall. He didn't even attempt to break his opponent. He knew how far behind he was, and. That was just some crisp, clean Protoss play from Chance. Dang.
Yeah. Some players, I don't want to say it's a skill check because it's a very difficult kind of to execute to that caliber, such as Chance did. But no spores. The adepts weren't quite dealt with. But yeah, Chance he played that phenomenally, and unfortunately for 3-point, after quite the wacky first series. That first game did not go in his favor.
Yeah, it really didn't. That was a brutal DVP, and that's the unfortunate truth of StarCraft is that hey, there can be one matchup that you're a specialist in, and then there can be another that you can struggle in, right? Like the different matchups, they do play out in different ways. They do require different skill sets from these players.
Yeah, that's right. ZVP. As we know, Protoss is the most broken race. I'm not kidding. Yeah, quite wild. Speaking of wild, he looks like he's gonna be going for something a bit wild this game. Going for 12 pool. It is our Korean Zerg for Genesis Gaming. It is 3-point.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player, currently teamless but still looking incredibly strong in game number 1. It is Chance.
I like the little star that Chance has done.
It's very beautiful. It's very pretty.
It is. It's lovely. He hasn't actually scouted if it's a 12 pull or a pull first yet, so yeah, he's gonna see his 12 pull slightly. It's not gonna affect the build order really. Hasn't put down a Nexus or core yet, so yeah, there we go. No gas yet. What do you take away from this slide?
I mean, when it comes to our Protoss player, he sees everything. He's being so annoying. He's even going to be delaying the natural base, which it seems like 3-point wants to take, as he hasn't taken a gas, like you mentioned, so it isn't as all in. He also didn't send a drone prematurely for like a proxy hatch either, so yeah, it's a bit of a shame. It's more of like 12 pool. He's got lings, but he still means to transition out of this.
Yeah, wow, and Chance actually manages to force threepoint to take the triangle third as his natural, so this is a really good... It's one of the reasons that this 12 pool kind of fell out of style a little bit, is because it's so hard to deal with the 2 gateway double adept follow-up, and here we
Oh,
see these links coming in. How will they deal with the adept light?
oh exactly.
Zealot light.
How will they deal with that Zealot? The Cybercore was delayed, so even a second Zealot is on the way, and I mean, so far they're dealing some decent damage to this gateway. Maybe they can break through.
Yeah, we see Chance here trying to attempt
up.
get these Zealots surrounded. A bit of Ling Micro is really good actually, pulling back these red health Zerglings, and he's gonna get these Zealots without losing 2 Zerglings.
Wow, the Ling Micro was insane. He got both Zealots. He will get the gateway as well, and he will bust on 4. Chance is trying to get a secondary wall up and running, but the Lings actually get in.
Yeah, that's right. And meanwhile, there's still no Nexus down for Chance. He committed a lot to defending this, and unfortunately, the Lings do still get inside. And you see here, threepoint trying to catch the Adept coming up the top of the ramp, but Chance is watching, and this is just... Yeah, this is not a good situation for the Protoss player to be in.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, because there was no gas behind this, like, we don't have any link speed or anything like that, so eventually these links will be cleaned up, but threepoint will get a free scout, and he will confirm, you know, whether there was going to be some one-base play. Does at least see the natural as it gets thrown down.
Yeah, and actually not the worst from Chance. As the Teps has got 6 kills, he dealt with a lot of lings. The other with 3, and we see there is still this probe on the map for Chance. But looking at the current situation, this is where, you know, the hard stuff kind of happens, dealing with these 2 adepts coming across the map.
Yeah, thankfully for threepoint this time he will have lings to help defend, but again, these are speedless lings. The adepts can still dance between the bases, and the bases are in kind of awkward positions to help defend each other as well, so I'm a little bit concerned. Uh-oh.
Here we go, pulling the drones away, like it's going to lose 1. This Queen's doing a bit of hull damage, really good, taking up 2 drones now. And is he going to commit to the shade? Yes, he is. And it looks like link speed not yet finished. I think his adepts will get pushed away.
Yeah, like they shouldn't get too much more damage done. Looks like they're going to be able to try and get into the main base, but thanks to the focus fire, one of these adepts is already going to get picked off. There we go, bam! 1 goes down.
That's right, and behind this we have an Oracle now coming up for Chance. It works so well in the first game, right? It's just, you have to think threepoint will probably adjust his build a little bit slightly just to get the scout. He's got 2 overlords actually right across the map. It's a little maybe a Void Ray could maybe pick those up, but
Yeah.
I think Chance so far it's looking very good for him again, just like game 1.
Yeah, like he didn't, like, sure his Nexus was delayed, and sure his tech was delayed because of the opener, but other than that, like, he has been able to get into his game nicely. As you said, a little bit inefficient for threepoint to have both of his overlords here across the map. They're both going to get picked off. It's so a little bit needless there in what he's going to lose. But here we go, the Oracles across the map. This time there is a Sport the third, or natural.
Wonderful. We also have 2 queens, 3 queens actually at the natural, and 3 drones getting picked off there. Quite difficult. Chance is going to try and take his own 3rd base as well. There's some lings here, but 3 adepts do stand in the way. And again, yeah, this Void Ray going to come and pick off this Void Ray. So pick up this Overlord and maybe make its way across the map. A lot of drones not mining at the natural. There we go. Only putting them back on now. So.
Yeah, they finally do get back to work there as threepoint does take notice. But now Chance has that map control once again, and threepoint for the 2nd game in a row is going for that +1 melee.
Yeah, and you may see Chance, he's being just barely keeping that Oracle alive. And this is kind of the hallmark of it. Like separates like the good players from the great players. Like seeing players, even though there's a Spore and Queen in position, they still come in, they still pick off drones, and they still maximize the efficiency of their units. This Void Ray picking up some creep tumors as well. So Chance looks to be going to this game very goodly, I guess. And we have again these adepts coming across the map like.
Yeah, there's a lot of adepts here, but again, this time we do have some lings. We do have link speed. Like, this won't end the game like they did last time. You know, this time threepoint will be able to elongate it. He will be able to put up a fight, and deny this shade. Perhaps the adepts are actually they commit.
He does commit actually, and I don't know if there's enough lings to kind of deal with this. A couple more popping out actually. The Oracles look like they're going to be coming in for some assistance as well. And if he gets that Queen, this could be quite shaky. Quite hairy for our Korean side.
Yeah, they get the Queen in the main base, but decent target fire in the end. 1 Oracle finally goes down. Chance, his oracles are not immortal, as much as they almost seem to be. And, you know, again, at least 3-point, he's fighting back.
Yeah, and this Oracle again coming into it's going to start a couple more drones, and it looks like yeah, 3-point has enough. He's going to go across the map, you know, after seeing those adepts kind of sacrifice themselves, so he didn't get anything done, but it's looking quite good for Chance. He's got a Void Ray patrolling, he's got sentries building energy, and his third base isn't secure.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame that 3-point did invest so much into the Lings. Like, I don't blame him. Like, he did just have adepts in his face, but again, a little bit of an overcommitment. Whereas these Lings could have been drones, right? He could be in a better economic position as he's struggling to take that fourth base, and we could even see a cancel here as the Void Ray rocks up.
That's right, and Chance, he's keeping these air units alive. He's still got this Oracle just kind of sharking around this Void Ray as well, as you know, it's going to really hinder the map vision of our Zerg player. And it'll be interesting to see what tech we got here. We've got a Templar Archives going down and charge as well. Are you thinking maybe Archon Zealot, or?
Yeah, Charge the Archon seems to be in the name of the game. Meanwhile, we do have a Stasis Wards going up here at the third base, and does get a lot of those drones stasis. So even though maybe not worker kills, a lot of economic damage is being done here as Chance is getting ready for his push.
That's right, we do have the gases taken at the third base, so looking to invest into those higher tech units. War Prism is out. Looks like he's gearing up to take a fourth base, and these Lings would probably shine in denying this, but they're just gonna back off, and it looks like Chance is gonna be pushing out not the greatest amount of gateways, but there is quite a few to kind of get some damage done here, like.
Oh yeah, we have what, 6-8 gates in total here for Chance, as he's getting ready to warp in those Archons on the front line. And unfortunately, 3-point just he didn't have vision of it. He just didn't see it coming.
That's right, and this Oracle gonna distract, sending in the Stasis Ward again. 3-point reacts, but he's getting his Queens picked off at this fourth base here in light. I'm not sure if there's gonna be enough units on the ground here, especially Roaches, to deal with these Immortals.
Yeah, exactly. The majority of the Zealots have been cleaned up. Is it gonna be enough? The Archons are still dishing out so much damage. The force fields are thrown down as well.
Yes, Archons is pulling them back. 3-point does not want to lose his base, and it looks like he's struggling to hold on, but this ball of Protoss, I'm not sure if he can just deal with it. 2 Immortals, he does have a hefty Roach count actually, like, but looks like maybe he might just barely hold on here because the sentries are out of energy.
Yeah, the sentries are running out of those force fields. The last one was thrown down, and it looks like even though the Queens are fallen, 3-point, he actually holds on. Yeah,
surprised not to see a follow-up walk in there. He's actually walked in back at home. I guess playing the safe game, but 3-point looks like he might want to push this advantage, and he can't really let this fourth base get up play because that's going to put him in a really difficult position.
Oh yeah, exactly. You don't want to be in a position where you're on equal bases with your opponents. Meanwhile, Void Ray rocks up.
The Void Ray! The Void Ray!
Where's our anti-air? We only have 3 Queens. We have 1 Queen for each base to inject, and that means the Void Ray...
Oh god. Don't worry, the Void Ray has held the push before it even happened.
Yeah.
But that's just the strength of keeping these units alive, right? Oh, that's what I say that.
Let's go. Who needs Queens? Who needs anti-air when you have Ravagers? 3-point. He snipes the Void Ray out of the sky. He's going for the counter-attack. Can he do it? Can he break the Protoss?
That's right. Like, it looks like the push is back on the menu. Meanwhile, Small's outcome by going to the fourth base, and that's a lot of Banelings. 3-point actually might have enough to break this position here.
Oh, we'll see. The Banelings do crash into the shield battery. There is no overcharge. More Banelings are rolling in. The Banelings, they just don't stop and they crash into everything.
That's right, a really good Immortal Juggling, keeping 2 alive with red health, and 3-point looks like he might just break this position, but with these Immortals alive, if he has a shield battery to regenerate them, the Zealot's getting work done at the fourth base and light. I'm not sure what's going to be happening here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 3-point, he does, or he should break this position. He will eventually clean up all these Zealots back at home, but he actually gets forced back by an Oracle, and Chance, he barely lost any workers.
Yeah, imagine if he had that Void Ray open, that would be even more helpful. But as he said, like, the damage was done, he was trading quite well, but he didn't kill any workers. And when you push like that, when you commit that many Banelings, you want to get workers killed, you want to get economic damage done. So,
yeah,
even though the Immortal count, it was not fully reset, there's a couple of weak Immortals, but I think Chance is in a position now.
Yeah, I'm shocked that 3-point turned around. To be fair, like, obviously the Zealots across the map were hindering his reinforcements, so he couldn't send everything across the map like he wanted to. Oh my god, the nova goes up! Oh, and it does connect with a decent chunk of these roaches, but again, 3-point, he's back.
Yeah, second disruptor pops. He's gonna throw out the Nova. Looks like Nova's just gonna big chill for a moment. Miles going down to release these roaches from the force fields, and I think with these shield batteries and the battery overcharge, he's gonna survive. He's gonna Zealot run by into the natural actually. So good move by multitasking by Chance.
Yeah, and this is brutal because the queen gets picked off, and now there are only, what, 2 queens? Okay, there's 3 queens left again. Like, I'm worried for every queen death because 3-point, he just doesn't have a lot of them.
Yeah, it's in the name, like 3-point, 3 queens. And here we go. This Oracle coming in again, getting some even more drone kills. Phenomenal that it's still alive. He's got 11 now. It's definitely paid for itself. Another Zealot run by towards the south, and you see, looks like Disruptors is the name of the game for Chance, and he's going to be starting to accrue quite the nice army right here.
Yeah, the longer this goes on, the better it is here for Chance. He's well ahead in the worker count. He's got those 4 bases, could even get a 5th at this point. And that Zealot run by, it's about to deny that fresh base of 3-point.
That's right, and we actually saw Disruptor drop from Chance, picking off a nice 2 or 3 Ravagers while they're taking out those rocks. So good move there, abusing the lack of air units from even though Ravagers are anti-air as we saw. Good move there, being active, proactive on the map, keeping tabs on the armies.
Yeah, exactly, and Chance is getting ready for that second wave, for that wave 2 here, and I mean, there is a lot of Roach Ravager, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I always worry about the Purification Novas, and oh, the Zealot actually catch a bunch of Ravagers!
Yeah, it looks like 3-point tried to send a squad to pick off these Zealots, but they're having some trouble, and that's just going to be exacerbated here because 3-point has to hold this ramp. His Nova's coming out, and it's like he's just going to barely be able to kind of control this zone as the Disruptors go and pull down.
Yeah, he barely forces Chance back because, you know, his Novas ran out, but now they are back. First one does whiff, but Chance, he's looking to flank with that Disruptor. Uh-oh.
That's right, he's got the Disruptor and the Warp Prism. 3-point has to be careful here. Only capturing 1 Ravager. Chance trying to force his way up the ramp, and again, it looks like 3-point's going to hold control, but he's trading quite a bit for that privilege of holding, and we have another Zealot run by at the bottom right, lad.
Oh god, we do have that run by. It's about to rock up at that fresh base. Meanwhile, 3-point, he's breaking through. He gets on top of every single one of those Immortals and Disruptors. There's like 1 Disruptor left, but the Gateway Warping is going to be too much. Chance is still going to overwhelm the Zerg player, and GG gets called.
GG, what a game. I have to say, Chance is looking quite dominant. He looked very good that series, especially game 1, but a bit more sturdy for our Genesis gamer 3-point, but Chance just kind of just yeah, playing well. Good multitasking.
Yeah,
you could learn a thing or 2 from Chance, like.
I mean, what, with playing Protoss? Like, what?
maybe.
Oh god, as we are hopping back over to the Americas server. But yeah, GG, well played. What I will say is that I was very impressed with 3-point's initial push, if you remember. Like, it felt like there was just a little bit missing there. If only he had a couple more Zergling reinforcements, he could have broken that 3rd base, and we would have had a completely different game. So there was an opportunity there for 3-point, but unfortunately he just barely couldn't make it, and Chance was able to recover with that 3-base economy, or 4-base economy, sorry, at the time. And yeah, GG.
And not to mention, we also saw a very successful 12 pick, let's say, from 3-point. He managed to get those Zerglings in, and be a bit annoying, but he didn't really get much economic damage done. He took out the gateway, but there was already another gateway, and then we had that awkward situation, delayed link speed versus the the 2 adepts coming across the map, and then yeah, the air follow-up was quite nice as well, quite varied. So very good flashes of brilliance from 3-point for sure, and it's sad to see him get knocked out, but I think we'll definitely see him, he's exciting prospect to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, he's shown us that he isn't just all about the cheese. Like, sure, he started off with the 12 pull, but he had a follow-up in mind, and he almost found success with it as well. So very impressive. I'm glad that we've been able to host a tournament that can really showcase players like 3-point, like Rebellion, like Lunacy, and we get to see a little bit more insight in what they have to offer and how good they really are compared to all these other players. So GG. I hope we see more of 3-point next week. but we are getting ready for our first semifinals.
That is right, Light, and it looks like it is going to be Art, the Polish Protoss. Did I get it right? Not Russian. Going up against a Korean Protoss, a bit of Korea versus Europe, the old rivalry. Curious to see PvP, which we are experts in after last week. We cast about 700 of them, so curious to see what 2 units pop out of the gateways.
Let's go.
And then at that point, that's all I know. That's it. But,
I mean, like, at least we were able to cast a couple of non-PvPs before we got here. So like, I hope I haven't lost you completely, Chase. I hope you're okay.
yeah.
But we have reached the point in the tournament where we will have that PvP. But what I will say is that it looks like, at least in the lower half of the bracket, we should have a little bit more diversity. I'll be surprised. I'll be impressed if we actually do end up having a PvP finals.